Guys, we are at the north rim of the Grand Canyon. Obviously not at the canyon yet. We're at the Visitor Center Gift Shop and Lodge. I've shown you every other lodge. This is the North Rim Grand Canyon Lodge. There's a deli over there. We'll go in here and check this out. Grand Canyon Lodge. Beautiful. Another lookout view right there. Just goodness.
Hey.
A little more footage of the North Rim. It's about a half-mile hike down here to the bottom. Last shot of the Grand Canyon, guys. We've walked the whole North Rim today. We're back to the Grand Canyon Lodge. You can see that up there. One last look around. You can see people hiking over there on the trail. Glad we made this detour. Really good stop. Right. From here we're heading on to Lake Powell. We'll check back in when we get there. All right, morning of July the 2nd. We arrived at Lake Powell last night around 5 o'clock and got set up. Kind of tired, so we went out to eat, went to bed pretty early, but I wanted to show you guys kind of our scenery and where we're at. That is Lake Powell. Pretty good view off the back of our RV. We are at the Waweep campground at Lake Powell in Arizona. As you can see, show you the sites a little bit. Nice big, obviously desert landscape sites, built-in picnic table, fire pit, and barbecue grill. There's our rig all set up. And if you'll notice, the space in between the different campgrounds, it's nice. Got a little foliage, nice paved site, very level. The one negative is the sewage. You can't put a double receiver in there where you can run two hoses. You can only put one, just because it's so deep into the ground it won't work like that. So as you can see, some of the sites over here, nice campground sites. Several are on the water over here or with views of the water. We are on site number 5. We had neighbors last night on every side. Everybody's left this morning. I'll give you a quick little room around. Here is the just a bathroom. You can see there's several of these spread throughout the park right there, but it's just toilets and sinks. They do have showers. It's about a quarter of a mile walk away, and it is $2 per shower for 15 minutes of water. They're on water restrictions out here, so you have to pay for your showers. That was the same way when we were at our last site at Zion, but they only gave you 7 minutes for a shower. Here you at least get 15. But man, what a view. Walk down this site so you can see it a little bit. Great little RV park. They do not give Good Sam discounts here. They do give a AAA and a military discount. And we'll film some. We got big plans. There's a beach. There's a public beach right down here where you see those cars. We're heading down there in just a few minutes to spend today. Tomorrow we have a tour planned of a hike and a boat ride on the lake, and then on 4th of July we rented a boat. They have boat rentals, but as we get to that point I'll video for you guys. I really just wanted you guys to see the campground. So I'll leave you with this little parting shot right there. We're here in Antelope Canyon.
Normal, all of these are morning.
inside Antelope Canyon.
No, I don't think so.
No, baby, this is all natural.
You know, I said none of it's man-made.
Right, we're out here on the river. I'm sorry, in the lake at Lake Powell, 4th of July. We've been tubing. Everybody say hi. Let you see our surroundings. What a cool place to spend 4th of July. Lake Powell, Arizona. You can see how blue the water is. If you see the white lines on the rocks, that's the high water mark. That's the highest the water's ever been. It was in the early 2000s. Sandstone caverns everywhere. Antelope Canyon's not far away. Anyway, just having an awesome day out here. Beautiful day, it's about 100 degrees. Everybody's chilling in the water. We rented a boat for the day. And we'll video here in a little bit. We'll get everybody on the tube. Alright, we're back on the road again. Checked in yesterday from Lake Powell. That was our last day there. We are on the road to, what is it, home first of all. We're heading home. We got a 3-day drive. We'll check in a little bit from the road, tell you about the RV resorts we stayed at. We're leaving from Page, Arizona, and we are going to, is it Temecula? Tucuria, New Mexico. Tucuria, something like that in New Mexico.
We're from Alabama, we can't say that.
So we're heading there to stay in a KOA tonight. If you notice, my lovely wife is driving the rig for a little while to give me a break. We cut through the mountains for several hours this morning, about 200 miles, and now we're finally on Interstate 40 which we will stay on for the rest of the day. I think we got about 4 hours left in our trip today. So I want to talk a few minutes just about the RV place that we stayed there at Lake Powell. It was the Wawheep campground. Ange, what did you like about it?
Oh, I think the location was perfect. They have a small area you can go out. If you don't bring a boat, which we didn't bring a boat, we rented a boat, which was super expensive. But they have a really nice little beach area you can go down to, and the water's gorgeous and clear. And I said, you know, it's like being in the ocean, but you don't have a fear of sharks, which was cool. The sites were level, concrete sites, easy. It was easy access. They have a great store. They have a marina restaurant if you want to go there.
And you're only about literally 500 yards from the beach, and maybe a quarter mile, half mile from the marina, where you can rent boats for the day.
The location was perfect.
Yeah, locate right on Lake Powell. We could see Lake Powell from our campsite. Couple things that there were nice restrooms within walking distance of our RV. The only problem is they weren't showers. If you like to shower in the bathhouse like me, that was probably the biggest negative. It was a good quarter mile away, and you had to pay $2 to take a shower, and just like everything out here, it's on water restrictions. But at least this is 15 minutes, which is much better than our 7-minute shower at Zion. So the $2 wasn't that big of a deal, but having to go that far for one bathhouse was you know, I made it work. A little inconvenient, but I'd rather have a closer bathhouse. But the site overall was great. We really had a good time there. We'd highly recommend it.
Except for one thing.
What was that?
What was the one thing that I almost lost my coping skills over?
Oh, bugs. Yeah.
I've never had an issue with bugs getting in my camper before, ever. And we've been to lots of places, but they had cockroaches, and not the small cockroaches. They had the big.
Yeah, the cockroaches are like that big.
Oh my god.
And I guess it's because the RV was cool, and they were looking for a cool place to go. But we have never had a bug in our RV in 5 years, and we killed.
And every night,
at nighttime, big ones.
What? But it was always one. He was like a lone ranger. He was just on a mission.
We killed him, but another one would come the next night.
God.
But anyway.
Yeah, it was that was. But that's not their fault. That's just the environment we were in. But
we had a fantastic trip.
We did.
Now is the time for the long 3-day journey home to Comcari, New Mexico. Let's talk about last night real quick in the KOA that we stayed at there. Older RV lot. Nice though. It was clean. Bathhouses were clean. Level spots, plenty of space. Gravel pads. Did not mind staying there at all. Would definitely stay there again. It was $50 for the night.
just a layover.
Yeah, just a layover spot on our way. We're heading to Dallas right now to go have dinner with my sister and my niece tonight. We are got about 250 miles left to our destination for the day. But anyway, we got into a pretty nasty storm last night, so we didn't film. It was raining when we got there, and it was raining this morning when we left. So let Angie talk for a minute about the storm last night.
Yeah, so the storms got pretty intense last night in New Mexico, and I'm sure the farmers were very excited about the rain. But we had a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning strikes, which when you're in an RV, you get a little nervous. It thundered, and I mean it thundered consistently every couple of minutes from about, I don't know, 10 o'clock last night until probably 4 o'clock this morning. So I've kind of been up all night. But it was a good storm. It was a serious storm.
We think we got struck by lightning. We lost our antenna last night on the top, our TV antenna. And
our antenna looks like it's been, the cover looks like it's been blown off.
And then several appliances are not working today, so we'll have to get that checked out when we get back. But we're only one day from home,
so not a major issue at this point in the trip, but it could have been before. But we chose that spot because it's kind of it gave us a shorter day today, and so just getting to Dallas is going to be 8 hours. We drove 10 hours yesterday, but it was a good little spot. I think their pictures on their website may be a little bit old. It was a little bit more older, a little more rustic than I was expecting, but it was good. Chris didn't have to disconnect the truck, which was good. It could pull through the site. Didn't have to disconnect the truck, the hitch, or anything. We could just pull out, so it worked.
All right, we wanted to do our final last night in Arlington at the Arlington KOA.
KOA holiday.
Our battery was dead this morning, so we did not get any footage of that. However, it was probably the nicest campground we've stayed at on this trip.
Yep.
Big, pretty sights. Bathrooms were immaculate, clean, spacious.
Really pretty pool.
Yeah, really nice pool, kids playground, dog park area. Extremely nice. So the Arlington KOA is top notch if you guys are looking for a place in the Dallas-Fort Worth area to stay.
But tell them the one downside.
Oh, the one downside, it looks like it was built before the area around it really built up, and it is tough to get in and tough to get out. It is really in a busy area, really tight,
It's like in the middle of a city.
one-way street on the exit. Is literally in the middle of Arlington, and it's hard to get in and get out. But other than that, if you can get in and get out, it was a really, really nice park. But anyway, we are in almost to Meridian, Mississippi. We're about 3.5 hours from our house.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. We've been on the road for 3 days, so we'll be there this evening. We just want to check back in and give a final farewell on this particular video series. We're already talking about next year. Where are we talking about going next year, Angie?
Oh, Lord. So we're going to, I guess, we're going to go to Glacier and then go up to Banff.
Banff, British Columbia. Yeah, we're looking at possibly doing the longest trip we've ever done. So,
Because we're crazy.
A 4-day each way to Glacier and Banff, BC. Get into Canada, we're so close. So, anyway, we'll talk about that later if we decide to do that, and what changes we're going to make for next year and how we're going to break that trip up. We just want to thank you guys for liking, for watching our videos, and again, if you get a chance, hit that subscribe button, and we'll try to post more content when we can. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.